All right, everybody, thank you so much for taking some time out of your evening to join us and with our team weekly training. My name is Mario Delgadillo. Let me make sure that we're all squared away here. For those of you guys that are already logged in, do me a huge favor. Let me know if you can hear my voice. If you can see the screen and see my camera, I'd greatly appreciate that if you can chat in. And for those of you guys that might be joining us tonight and you are still considering whether or not Viseo, thanks guys, I appreciate you that have typed in already. You're still considering whether or not this might be an opportunity for you. I welcome you guys today. My hope this evening is that not only for you guys that are still considering Viseo, but for those of us that are here, team members, my job this evening is to really bring a simplified version of our training. What do we do? How do we do what we do in this business? Okay. And so with that being said, our agenda this evening is pretty simple. We're going to go over, obviously a welcome. We're going to talk a little bit about determining your motivation. The system itself, we're going to go through that, which is a one-on-one training, a game plan call, scheduling your launch party, the share and connect system, which is really our secret sauce to this business, our Viseo products, and then upcoming events and what's going on, and some things that are on the books. We also are going to celebrate and recognize one of our newest couples out here in Southern California that just recently hit the position of platinum. So with that being said, my name is Mario Delgadillo, as I already said. My wife and I, and since there's a lot of new people on, got a lot of people joining the team. My wife and I joined Viseo about 13 months ago, okay? And what we took a look at this company was really what we call the perfect storm. Being able to be early in a company, but not just any company, a company that in their first 2 years had already done over $250 million in revenue. A company that was led by a gentleman, Mr. Dallin Larson, who's already built 2 companies to beyond $1 billion. A company that was operating from a place of zero debt, right? And since we got started, we were just awarded top 50 healthcare companies in the world. And so guys, what I've learned in my experience in network marketing is that if you can figure out a way to get involved with a company before it gets into its momentum swing, it can change your life in a heartbeat. And so my wife and I got started. We put our head down, and the key to our success is really twofold. Number one is we just worked our face off. We worked hard, okay? But the second thing we did is we plugged into our system. Now, I wish I could take credit for this system, but I can't. This system was actually created by Ricky and Francoise Untermeyer, our upline Black Diamond business partners out of Jacksonville, Florida. And what I said to them was this: what was really important for me was that I said, Ricky, Francoise, I know what I do best. I go out there and I get in the trenches and I can build a big team. But what was most important to me is I didn't want to turn around and look behind me and see a bunch of dead bodies. I wanted people on my team to win. I wanted people on my team to start to see the fruits of their labor, and I trusted in their system. So with that being said, before we even get into the system, I want to set the tone and talk about determining your motivation, because 80% of your success in this profession is in your mindset. It's in the way that you think. So first and foremost, why did you join Viseo? I want you to spend a couple of moments and ask yourself that. What did I see in this company? What was it about Viseo that really stuck out to me, right? For me, again, it was being able to capitalize on this perfect storm, right? Be able to monetize the CBD boom and be able to do something that I was passionate about, was impacting other people. But then there's levels to this thing, right? We always say that there's levels, right? And so who else will be impacted by your decision to build your business, right? For me, it's my family. Right? It's the people that are around me every single day that I want to spend as much time with as possible. Right? I've been blessed because of this profession to be a stay-at-home dad now alongside of my wife for the last 5 years. And guys, it has been unbelievable. Some of you guys logged in yesterday morning to our team call. I said, guys, I guard that with my life, because to me, it's everything, right? Time is the most precious commodity. And what if you could do something on a part-time basis that over time allowed you to gain time freedom back, okay? So, but I will tell you right right from the beginning, you will find opposition. Okay, you are going to come up against people or approach people or talk to people who just don't want to listen, who think that you're in a scam, who think that you're in a pyramid or a thing. Guys, that's happened to every single one of us. And, even though it's funny because, when somebody says to me, man, that sounds like a scam or one of those schemes or a pyramid, I literally sometimes, guys, I want to laugh. I'm like, brother, it's 2020. Do you really still believe that there's pyramid schemes? We live in the most regulated environment in the world, right? You've got the FTC, the SEC. I mean, you have so many regulating bodies that protect consumers that a company that's been 2.5 years old, right, that sells products to friends and family, word of mouth, and allows you to just build a side business 1099, that is not a scam or a scheme. It's a business model. Right? But here's what you do. We are going to find those people. They're going to say what they're going to say. They're going to give you their opinion. And that's okay. Because I always say, some people are just okay with being okay. And guys, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But I want you to understand, Mario said, I'm going to find opposition. And when you have opposition, just chuckle inside and say, he said it was coming. And there it was. Okay. So, but when you determine your why, it's really your secret weapon. It's really what's going to help you to continue to put one foot in front of the other, to continue to build this business when the emotion, right, that you started with has worn off, right? I've heard people talk about and say, man, you really have to be able to build and push and fight through any business, right, when the emotion, that first love, has faded away. Right, because I was just having a talk with one of my leaders right now, and I was sharing with her, because we were doing a coaching call for one of her people, and I said, listen, emotion is deceiving, right? It's deceptive, and that's why you should never make a decision based upon emotion, right? Your emotions can be real high, you get all excited, and then when those emotions drop, that's when we figure out if your real motivation was true, right? Are you able to push through when those emotions are gone? But it'll also help you survive the emotional roller coaster. Like, there's a lot of new people on the team right now, and maybe you got started this past week and you were fired up, you were excited, man, you started dreaming again about what your life could be like. You're like, man, what if I, little old me, random, normal, everyday, average me, could be making $10,000 a month, right? If I could be doing $15,000 a month, even an extra $1,000 a week, an extra $4,000 a month, man, that would drastically change my life. And then the first person you contact is your Uncle Joe, and your Uncle Joe just literally goes, just beats you up. So you went from this to this within a matter of 5 minutes. Guys, let me be the first to tell you, the emotional roller coaster will always be there. It's never gonna go away. So just go, and we always say is when you're on a roller coaster, the best thing to do is just put your hands up and enjoy the ride, okay? But your why is gonna help you to fight through that, okay? So let's talk about the importance of a system. Why is it so important to have a system? Because a system is a procedure, process, method, or course of action designed to achieve a specific result. So let's say that again. A system is a procedure, a process, a method, or course of action designed to achieve a specific result. And so what happens is, a system allows for duplication and expansion on a part-time basis. You see, guys, 99% plus of people in Viseo do this business part-time. You see, it's always, I've been doing this for a long time. And so when I talk to somebody and they're like, Mario, you just have no idea how busy I am. What I think of mentally when somebody says that to me is I said, okay, well, we got to get you signed up then. You see, guys, because nowhere else in your life can you duplicate yourself, which means you're duplicating your efforts, right? How many parents out there, okay, at one time or another, whether your children were little or bigger, it doesn't matter, right? thought to yourself, man, I wish there was more of me. If you've ever thought to yourself, man, I wish there was 2 of me. I wish there was 3 of me as a mom or a dad, right? Raise your hand or put a little me in the comment box, right? I know that's happened to me before. And it's funny because maybe this evening you have small children. Right? I've got my oldest child is 21 years old and my youngest is 3. Let me be the first to tell you there's never going to be a good time for you to start a part-time business. You know, when they were babies, like, man, we just had them. They're just so little right now. Let's, I think maybe next year when they're walking, it'll be easier. Guess what? Then they start walking and you can't take your eyes off of them for 1 minute because every time you go to the bathroom, you hear a loud crash and something's broken in the house, right? So you say, you know what? They're too young right now. They're still just walking, let me wait until they get into school. And then now when they get into school, you've got bath time, you've got to do their reading, you have to do their homework assignments, they've got little things. And now you say, man, you know what, let me wait until they're maybe around junior high-ish, okay? Because, that's really when I think they're going to be a little bit more self-sufficient. And then they get into junior high and now you got to watch them even more. Okay, because now they start liking boys, they start liking girls, they're on the internet, and you're like, oh man, wait, well now let's wait till they get into high school. When they get into high school, okay, now you know what, I think they're gonna be driving. Now you're never sleeping because they're driving all over the place, but then what happens is now they're in sports. See, what happens, guys, is there's never a good time to build a part-time business, ever. Tomorrow's going to have tomorrow's problems. And so that's why it's always important that if you really value time, you have to go after it and kind of go against the grain. If everything in your life is saying, hey, I should just keep going with the flow, you've got to cut against that grain to be able to carve out time. So if you follow a system, then it allows you to duplicate and expand on a part-time basis. Why? Because it allows you to have leverage, right? And so I want you to understand that because our system is so rock solid, it helps you to be confident in your ability to build a business, right? So let's say, Mario, you're saying, hey, I only got about 5 to 10 hours a week. Let's just say 5, worst case scenario, which is literally like an hour a day, right? You can be driving to work, you can be, speaker phoning it on your lunch breaks, couple minutes before bed, wake up 15, 20 minutes early. You can carve out the time. So let's say 5 hours a week, but let's just say we help you to get to star. One person on your right, one person on your left, and now they are also able to do 5 hours a week. Well, guess what? You've now duplicated yourself 2 times over. So I'm still putting in the 5 hours of work, but so is Joe and so is Mary. So now there's 15 hours worth of work going towards my business, towards your business, but you're only putting in 5 hours. Now, if Joe and Mary, okay, duplicate themselves out to star, right? That means that now, okay, we've got 3 people on this side and 3 people on this side. That's 15 hours worth of work on both sides going towards your team plus your 5. And as that continues to duplicate over itself, the person that's saying, I don't have any time, is going to start getting customers. It's going to start getting brand partners. You're going to start popping into different states, into different countries, and you're still doing 5 hours a week. So the person that's maybe evaluating our business model right now and still saying, Mario, I don't have enough time, get started. Because here's what happened to my wife and I. We got started, and in our first month, 32 of our friends joined our team. We plugged them into this turnkey system, and that turned into over 4,000 people in our first 13 months. Imagine if 4,000 people put in 1 hour of work per week. That's 4,000 hours worth of work. Guys, this is just simple mathematics. This is why I fell in love with this profession, because it allows Mario to duplicate himself over 4,000 times. Now, depending on who you ask, that's a very big problem. So the system, guys, to me is everything. So let's dive into the system. There's a 4-step process to our system. Number 1, guys, we want you to complete your one-on-one training found at the UCrewNation.com within 24 hours. It's very, very important. So when you get started, the people who introduce you to the team is going to put you in a group text, just a regular text message with also folks on there you might not know who they are. They're all of your uplines. Now, in that text, they're going to give you the directions to complete your one-on-one. Now, the second step is after you've completed your training, before you talk to anyone else about the business, we want to jump on a call with you and do what's called your game plan call. At your game plan call, we're going to schedule your launch, go over some goals, and then we're going to teach you our share and connect system. That's it, guys. 4 steps. Complete your training, game plan call, schedule your launch, and a connect and share and connect system. So let's dive into each one of those really quickly. So number 1, we teach you the fundamentals of our business on that one-on-one training. Here's another thing. If you've ever been in the network marketing industry before, what I always tell people is, man, the reason I fell in love, or one of the reasons I fell in love with Ricky and Francois' system is I remember being in network marketing before, and let's see who's on here. Wow, 82 people on a Sunday night. I love it. Let's say we've got Abel on here, okay? Abel gets started today. I'd have to drive out to Abel's house tomorrow, sit down with him at a Starbucks, and train him on everything, A to Z soup to nuts, but not here with us. Because our uplines, Ricky and Francois, literally put together a training system online, all I've got to do is send you this. You're going to learn the fundamentals of our business, okay? We teach you product knowledge, compensation training. You also have our recruiting methods, why and how, okay? How to develop your goals and why. Do you guys know that, believe it or not, so many people don't even know how to create goals, right? Think about this. Many of us said a couple of months ago, man, 2020 is my year. I'm going to get back in shape. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that, right? I want to lose 10 pounds is a lot different than I want to lose 10 pounds in 10 weeks, right? And if you say I want to lose 10 pounds in 10 weeks, you have to do the things necessary to hit that goal. So we talked to you guys about how to even set goals and create your why. You'll be given a diamond text, just like I said, or it will be given to you in your diamond text. So once again, we want to do this within your first 24 hours. Now, once you've done your training, go back into that diamond text and say, hey guys, finish my training. Somebody there on your team, one of your uplines that are there to support you will say, hey, I got you. When can we do a game plan call? Now let's talk about the game plan call. It's to be completed once one-on-one training is done. We go over the systems, questions, clarifications. Here's what I know, okay? People who are confused do nothing. They kind of clam up. Right? And so what we want to do is we want to make sure that nobody gets confused. We want to make sure that you guys aren't like, sometimes people go through the training and maybe there's something that's said on video 3 about 5 minutes in that just didn't make sense. And that little 3% of clarification needed is what is hindering my ability to just dive in head first and go after it. So when we get on the call, the first thing I might say is, hey, listen, I know everybody learns different. Questions, clarifications. Do you need me to bring any better understanding to the training? And then they'll say, oh, you know what, Mario, I'm glad you said that. Because on the second video, Francois or Ricky said X, Y, and Z, and I didn't understand that. Oh, all that means is blah, blah, blah. Clear up the confusion, and now their confidence is back and they're ready to run, okay? So we schedule your launch meeting at your home within 3 to 7 days, okay? And so this is just the system that we've used to build massive momentum. So we're going to talk about that. Okay, we're going to talk about how to plan your event, what's going to be there, and then we're also going to show you how to start inviting people there. So we do have texting scripts and we have calling scripts. I tell you guys, just use whatever you feel is best, right? Use discernment per person. Maybe some people you want to text because that's always the way that you communicate with them. Other people, let's say you want to use phone calls because that's the way you communicate with them. So we're going to provide you with the appropriate scripts to approach people about our opportunity and about our products. We're going to also talk social media postings, Facebook and Instagram as well. We've already got things created for you so we can leverage social media to the fullest, and we're going to set your goals, okay? So within your first, hold on, we got some goals on the next couple slides. So let's talk about your top 10. This is something that I think we as a team can get better at. And if we can get better at this, as a team, man, we're going to blow the doors off. So we're going to hear from Brock and Alison Shoemaker in just a few minutes. And what they did when they got started is not just plan their launch party, but they got in front of their top 10 people extremely fast. So let's say you just got started, you did your one-on-one training, we had your game plan call, and now from your game plan call, we want to go after your top 10 people. Here's why. Because every single one of us have at least 5 to 10 people that we want to see the business as soon as possible. These are the people that when you saw the sale and you were sitting in the living room or you were on a phone call, these are the people that are like, oh man, I gotta get my buddy Peter in front of this. Your mind just jumped right at Peter, okay? These are the people that just jump right out at you, okay? And so what we do is we use the Connect Call system to get these people in front of the opportunity before your launch party. So let's say I got started tonight, Sunday, I schedule my launch party for Thursday night or Saturday night. So I'm gonna be inviting people to that launch party, but before that party, I wanna get my top 5 to 10 people on the phone as fast as possible, okay? Because what happens here is this. Your goal is to leverage the leaders and allow us to go out there and build your business really, really fast. See, and that's what Brock did within his first couple days. He just had me, he had Ricky, he had Francois just on the phone, Chad, Jason Stuck. We were just taking calls like crazy. But here's what also happens is once you get them on a call, okay, they're more likely to show up at a launch party and join, and they're joining there is the likelihood of them joining there is a lot higher, right? The rate of them joining there is a lot higher. And so here's what we have, okay? So you bring them on a call, right? And then what happens is they're like, man, I like it. Wow, this sounds really good. And then you could let them know, listen, I'm launching my business on Thursday. And I'm going to have about 15 to 20 people in the room, but I want you to see this sneak peek before they get in. I want you to be at the top of my team, okay? A lot of people will jump on right then and there because they understand timing, they understand positioning, okay? But here's what also happens. Once they hear what it is, it's Dallin, it's patented CBD, it's, you know, all of these other things, it's early timing, it's a system, it's all of the success stories. They go, you know what? I'm going to come on Thursday. And so people that get on phone calls are more likely to come to a party because they kind of know what's going on already. And then they walk in and they see all these people. And again, they're like, oh, wow, if I get in, man, I'm going to be first. See, what happens is it just increases your rate. So don't miss out on this golden nugget. When you schedule your first launch party, get your top 5 to 10 people on a Connect Call using our system. So with that being said, let's talk about the launch meeting or our CBD party. Okay, so with that being said, have fun. First of all, this is a fun gathering, right? Nobody wants to come to a meeting with no music on, with people they don't know, and it's boring. Okay, so first thing I want you to do is relax, have fun. Our job, first and foremost, is to bless people with tremendous products. But we do them in the weeknights or on the weekends. And believe it or not, guys, weeknights, we blow the doors off this thing, okay? Don't ever convince yourself that, oh, there's a specific day or night that's better for my people. Guess what, guys? Every single night, somebody in your network is going to have a problem. So what we do is we build it, and then we invite to it. Think about your wedding if you were married. Did you call around all your friends and say, hey, you guys think you're going to be available weekend of October 7th, 2020? No, you booked it for the day and the time and the venue that was available for you and your spouse, and you invited. And if it's important enough, people come. See, that's the key. Even if I was out of town or if I was doing something, if it was somebody that man, it's my sister, it's my best friend, I can't miss this event. I would make the adjustment and show up, okay? So understand that, guys. Now, we sample products at these events. We learn about the business model at these events. We share testimonials at these events, but people gain belief at these events, right? We call it social proof because when you walk into a room and you learn from people or about people that are having some amazing testimonies, guys, then what happens is people are like, wow, Jen invited me over or Joe invited me over and I know them, but then, I've known them forever. We've done a bunch of stuff together, man, the stories we have together. But as soon as you walk in there and you see people, you're like, wow, wow, this is real. This is legit. And then they try the product and it's like, wow, I think of Kristen Kuzart. She just joined our team out in the Canyon Lake area. First meeting she came, she put the cream on her hands, okay? And then by the time the meeting was over, she was like, whoa, this is crazy, right? We saw her yesterday at another event and her products hadn't come yet. First thing she was like, is there cream here? I want to put this on, right? And so It was the cream that actually worked so fast, so well, that was just really like, wow, this is an X factor, guys. So guys, last thing is have fun. Again, just like Jen said right now in the chat, if you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong, okay? So with that being said, let's continue to move forward and talk about the share and connect system, guys. This to me is the most important part of our entire deal, because this is really the secret sauce. Guys, we're not looking for you to be salesmen. Please believe me, if you're evaluating this business, understand we are about connection. We're about sharing testimonies, sharing products, sharing concepts, sharing ideas, because here's what I know, people are looking, okay? So we're not looking for you to be a salesman. We're gonna teach you how to leverage the excitement and the buzz around CBD, and then what you do is you introduce your friends and family, your network, to the leaders through connect calls or launch parties. And we do all the heavy lifting, okay? We're the ones that are gonna have those conversations about the products and understanding how the compensation plan works and all of that. So if you can be a connector, if you can say, Joe, you've got to talk to my partner, Ricky. He knows all the information. He's made tons of money. Any question you have, he'll help you. And if the reason why you want to talk to Ricky is because it's me. If you trust me, then trust me enough to have a conversation with Ricky. If you can do that utilizing text scripts and phone call scripts that we give you, you can be successful when you first get here. So we're going to invite people to your launch party. We're going to set up calls using our share and connect system, which literally can be done 100% from your phone. So once again, the folks that say, hey, I'm too busy, no, you're not. You just got a way to leverage your time, and we'll teach you how to do that with the share and connect system. And then finally, don't be a seller. We want you to be a sorter. Be a sorter, not a seller, right? A sorter just goes through, hey, listen, if I said to you, man, let me see who we got on here. I like to pick on people, but in a good way, okay? So let's say Angie. Angie Fierro's on. Angie, shout out to Angie. She had a good week, by the way. Brought in a couple of new people, and she's just super hungry. And I just want you to know, Angie, that I see that, okay? So let's say I say to Angie, Angie, listen, I got 52 cards in this deck, right? And if you can find the 4 aces, right, 1 minute, okay, I'm going to give you $10,000 per card, right? What is she going to do? Is she going to pick the first card up and go, darn it, it's a 2. I wonder if this is really an ace, but they just think they're a 2. No, she's just going to boom, 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 boom. She's going to go as fast as possible. What that means is she's not caring about what she's seen. All she's caring about is that she's not finding an ace. That's what you want to do, guys. If you have family and friends that it's not for them, that's okay. You don't have to convince people. You don't have to be that person that everybody hates. That's why people hate network marketing, because either us or someone else that they know has become that person, right? That person that just irritates them. They're like, oh man, here comes Brad. He's bringing that crazy coffee, man. I don't want to try that stupid coffee. And if you don't try it, he gives you a guilt trip. Oh man, don't look at him. Don't make eye contact, right? We all know that person. That's because that person is trying to be a seller, not a sorter. And if you can get this down, it'll release all this weight and all this pressure off of you guys, because everywhere you look, there's people. There's one thing that I know. There's no shortage of people, and we're in the people business. So if your Uncle Joe is a skeptic, it's okay. Talk to someone else, okay? So now we're gonna spend a couple of minutes, guys, and I'm gonna talk about one of our products. On Sunday nights, we like to highlight one product. The product we're gonna talk about tonight is Eternal. How many of you guys absolutely love Eternal? Eternal to me is a billion-dollar product all by itself. #1 seller in Asia. Guys, we could build a network marketing company strictly around Eternal, okay? It's because, #1, it tastes amazing. How many of you guys love the way Eternal tastes? I have to hide it from the kids. It's nuts, right? But I kind of don't want to hide it from the kids because I know what's in it, right? But it's just me being selfish because I'm like, what if they eat it all and there's none for me? But check this out. So it's got 10 superfruits, glutathione, hydrolyzed collagen, and microactive Q10, but CoQ10. What I'm going to do is this. So I actually did a little homework for you guys, and I wanted to make sure that you understood exactly what's in this product. So glutathione, guys. What is glutathione? It's the most powerful radical scavenger within your body, used to combat premature aging and maintain an already healthy immune system. This important antioxidant helps the body repair cell damage related to stress, pollution, and more. Okay, guys, there are some incredible studies coming out about glutathione. You may or may not know this, but people actually take IVs of glutathione into their body, because even though it's so amazing, and even though our body actually naturally creates glutathione, right, it's extremely poorly absorbed. So this into their body so bad that they actually go and get it injected in their body. Well, guess what? We don't need to, because it's liposomal. Another study just came out independently. If you guys want to check it somewhere on my Facebook, I tagged it on there, where it talks about liposomal glutathione increases cancer-fighting cells by up to 400%. Right? A study just came out. I think it's like it says 1 out of 6 people right now are struggling with some type of cancer. And within the next 10 years, it's going to be 1 out of 3. So guys, from me to you, with all sincerity, with all love, guys, we've got to be proactive. We've got to be proactive with ourselves. We've got to be proactive with our children. We've got to be proactive with our loved ones. And this particular product is an incredible way for us to be proactive. Now, let's talk about the superfruits, okay? So our superfruit blend, it's the best sources of antioxidants, polyphenols, and phytochemicals, including the acai, the goji berry, mangosteen, and 7 other fruits, comprise a power pack super blend that helps to prevent premature aging due to oxidative stress. Now, oxidative stress, I want you guys to write that down and do some homework on it, guys. You'll be blown away. And you will definitely want to be taking this superfruit blend. Now, hydrolyzed collagen, when consumed orally, hydrolyzed collagen and elastin may help stimulate collagen production. And this is why, again, many ladies also take collagen from an IV. Now, our particular collagen is actually comes from, it has an incredible story behind it. I tried to get a hold of Tracy before the meeting, so I couldn't get a hold of him, but I do know that it actually comes from salmon. And it's a very specific salmon that we try to get, and it's pretty high quality, which is pretty awesome. Now, moving forward, microactive CoQ10, supported by 5 clinical studies. This trademark coenzyme may help to increase nutrient absorption by up to 3 times compared to other forms of CoQ10. So it's really good for heart health. A lot of people don't realize this. What is one of the #1 things that people die from? Heart attacks, heart disease, right? So this is extremely important, right? Again, proactive health, and it tastes amazing. Right? How many of us, our parents forced us to take vitamins or whatever it was when we were a kid, and it tasted horrible. And now, knowing what we know about our body, knew nothing was even getting in anyways. But guys, it's really important that we teach our family, especially again, our children, to be very proactive about their health. And this is an incredible product. We also got, when I pulled up the actual supplement facts on the back of our product, here's what it says. It says a proprietary age-defined blend. We have 1,881 milligrams of collagen, microactive CoQ10, and glutathione, pomegranate extract. We've got a grape skin extract and a grape seed extract, which is awesome, which is the polyphenols. That's where that comes from. And then we've also got Vitality Superfruit Blend, which is 3,610 milligrams. Which is absolutely, that's got the acai berries, extract, banana, goji berry, mangosteen. So this is absolutely incredible for you guys. And I encourage you guys to get this into your body, get this out and share it. Here's another thing. When you share it and people try it and it tastes amazing, right? Imagine you give this to somebody. By the way, the secret, if you don't already know, is put it in the refrigerator because it tastes amazing. Even cold, it's even better, right? But keep a packet with you at all times. And when you give somebody this and they're like, there's no way this is good for me, okay? Because it tastes amazing, right? Guys, we can build an army and a massive residual income just on Eternal alone, okay? So with that being said, guys, I have the honor and the pleasure of introducing the newest platinums on our team out of Menifee, California, and I hope we've got them both on. I know that I spoke to Brock just a few minutes ago, and that Alison was on the phone with some of her newest or some of her friends, and they're still working. But let me find them. Here we go. We got Brock and Alison. Guys, can you hear me? Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, we hear you.
Awesome. Everybody, can you guys see Brock and Alison on the camera there? Awesome. Okay, we can. So, hey guys, I appreciate you taking the time. And man, you guys went from gold to platinum in your first week.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
does it feel?
It's pretty cool. It's been a lot of work. I've been on the phone 24/7, but it's rewarding.
Awesome, man. Awesome. And I know you got some more goals. You're trying to do some more this week because this week's not over till tomorrow.
No, I actually just got another foundation package right as we hopped on here. So
What a beast.
my goal is to hit Pearl by tomorrow. I think I need 4 more.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, listen, spend a couple of minutes, guys, and just tell us who you guys are. What are you passionate about, and let us know who you are.
You go first.
Nope. It's all you.
Well, anyways, some of you may know already, but others who don't, I come from a motocross background. That's all I've done my whole life. Turned professional in 2013. Did that the last 7 years. It's all I've known, all I've ever done. And I had my little one here now 9 months ago, and really just started to think outside the box of, I'm on my way out of racing and I need a plan B. And, I never went to college. I didn't have any degrees or trade skills or anything like that. And long story short, I came across this from a couple, Chad and Jen Burleson, who actually just hit platinum as well. And, they brought it to me, and I pondered on it. I got on a phone call with Mario, and I actually regret doing this now, and I'll explain to you why. I got on a phone call with Mario, and he talked to me about it, and I kind of was like on the fence, and I thought about it for about 3 weeks. And then I went to a view party, and this is what I regret, is waiting that 3 weeks, because I went to a view party with Mario, and Mario did his, amazing pitch that he does in person, and the company breakdown, technology, XYZ of the company in person. And the first thing I did is I walked outside and called Alison, and I was like, hey, I want to do this. I think this is a great opportunity to become a part of a company that's not only such a great company, but such a elite and unique company. And I've always been a passionate believer of CBD products myself. As with racing, we're getting injuries, breaking bones, hitting the ground left and right. So I've basically lived off that stuff for the past year. And so when I tried the product as well, it was very powerful. And I instantly became a believer, and she supported me on it, and I figured this could be a great opportunity for us down the road. And basically went full force at it this week, everything I had, and we had great success in our first week. And
so Alison, why don't you share a little bit about yourself? I mean, if there's any different perspective, kind of like you and getting to this point.
So my story is a little bit different. Before I had the baby, I actually come from the corporate world. I worked for Walt Disney Imagineering. Awesome job, awesome company. But I was there, 9 hours a day. It became my life. I realized I was at work more than I was at home, and that kind of wasn't where I wanted to be. And then when I had the baby, I started thinking like, okay, there's no way I want to go back to work. Like, what can I do? I ended up joining a different MLM company, and I had a really bitter taste in my mouth. I have to be honest. I didn't have support. I felt like it was kind of like you sign up and I was on my own. There was not much leadership, and I really just felt alone. So when Brock kind of brought this to me, I was like, are you sure you want to do this? Like, you kind of see what I went through. Like, do we really want to get into another situation like I'm already in? He's like, no, it's totally different. And I'm like, babe, you're at a launch party. That's what they do. They're gonna sell it to you. Like, of course they're telling you it's great. That's their job. But then once it got broken down to me, I was like, wow. And then, this past week experiencing it, I actually just completely stepped away from that other company so that I could fully be invested into this one.
There we go.
I can't say enough of how great this company is. I mean, from the support, the leadership, I mean, I feel like I have more of a family here than I did at Disney. I mean, and I was there every day. And, you know, some of these team members I haven't even met. Some of them are in Florida, and I feel like I already know them, and it's only been a week. So if you're looking for that tight knit, like, support, this is it. I mean, I am just completely blown away by this company.
Awesome. Now, and we love you too, by the way, Alison. Now, talk to me about what you guys did. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there on the team, as well as, people that are, coming on right now or considering joining. Talk to me about what you did, other than just be beasts, because you guys are texting me in the morning like you're on the East Coast and you're just 20 minutes away from me. So that means you're up early and you're staying up late. Talk to me about what you guys did.
I think really, like, our passion just comes through. It's contagious. I mean, we've done nothing but talk highly of the company, the products. We love it all. So I think as soon as people start to get that from us, they instantly want to try it. They want to be a part of it. They want to know what it's about. What about you, babe?
Yeah, I mean, for those of you who don't know the racing industry as well, a great leveraging point for myself that I've been able to get a lot of traction is, in racing, it's very hard to make it, and it's a very expensive sport. And, when you're hurt or you're injured or whatever the case may be, you're not making money if that's your profession. And a lot of riders fail and don't do what they set out to do, myself included. I expected myself to go a lot further. I had a lot bigger goals for myself, but there's a lot of things that came into play that didn't help that. So my CBD is huge in the motocross industry right now. It's one of the title sponsors of the Supercross series, and my goal when I got into this is I figured if I could leverage this company and put it out there that, I'm offering the best of the best CBD to these riders, and not only something that will benefit them and help them to keep racing and riding, but also a way that they could endorse themselves instead of endorsing other companies, and help them afford to go racing and earn another way of living for themselves. I was like, dude, that's a gold mine.
Absolutely.
And it's worked good so far. I've already, had a few good riders themselves jump on board with me. We had another guy that my brother-in-law, Alex Martin, recruited, Sean Cantrell, great rider, lots of potential, rode for a great team, but, just injuries get in the way, and, things happen. And he saw the vision with it to where he's not racing right now, and which means he's not getting paid right now. And I was stoked he jumped on board. And another one, Carlin Gardner, Tyler Enticknap, she just recruited another one of a top rider named Michael Lessie, his wife Danielle, and it's already starting to go. And I know once we push this to that world and riders start learning they can make a new avenue of income while doing what they love, I think it's really going to take off. So that's been a huge leveraging point for us.
But I think beyond that, we have Kristen, who's an esthetician. I mean, there's just so many different angles. We have Taylor, who just joined, and she's into the fitness. I mean,
yeah, Taylor Everett, who's up north, and she actually comes from a large MLM company herself. I won't name drop, but she has a huge network up there, to where I was stoked she came aboard with us today, because I think she'll be a major powerhouse to our team. So we're just trying to leverage every avenue that we can, and go for our real powerhouse people that we think we can do well for us and everybody else in general. And I mean, if you're making money while changing people's lives, it's just kind of a win-win.
So what do you guys think about our system? I know that, Alison, you have some background in networking, and I know Brock, you just really were coachable every step of the way. But what do you guys think about our system, and what would you say to somebody who's still thinking about joining? Maybe because we do have a lot of prospects on right now, people who are still kind of thinking about, prospectively partnering up with us. Talk to them about our system. What has that meant to you guys?
So for me, it's a little bit different. For Brock, like you mentioned, he's never been involved in one, so he's super coachable. From where I come from, we're kind of taught to be in your face. I guess we would be Brad with the coffee, if that's how you want to say it. I was Brad. I was always like, hey, come on, try my stuff. And they're like, nah, it's not for me. And I'm like, no, really, come on, try it. So to not be Brad is kind of nice, you know. I just get to share the product, and, you know, I don't have to go sell it. You know, the product sells itself. So I feel like that's really different for me, and that's going to be where I have to learn, because I'm not a seller anymore, and I'm super excited.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah, I mean, even from my perspective too, you know, I haven't been in network marketing before, so I didn't have that experience. But, you know, to have guys like yourself and, you know, Chad and Jen and Ricky and Francois and Jason and all these, you know, highline leaders that are already there, and I said Mario,
Okay.
all these highline leaders that are already there and established, you know, literally calling your phone saying, hey, you know, what can I do to help you? Why are you not bringing me prospects? What do we got to do to help bring you prospects? And I mean, even like Ricky, you know, he's 3 hours ahead of us in Florida, and, you know, I'll get a text message from him at 4 a.m. here in the morning saying, why aren't you on the phone with me yet? So it's like, you know, you have guys like that who have been proven successful and proven that the system works, literally knocking on your door, trying to make you money and make you successful. And, you know, I don't know any other company personally that does that. And, you know, we've already had the co-founder, Daniel, call us this week. And, you know, he didn't have to call us, but he did. And, you know, simply just to incentivize us to keep pushing. And, you know, I don't think there's any way possible you could lose with this company. I really don't. I mean, the way that the system is set up, it's so simple. I mean, share and connect. You share some information out there, how great it is, what a great opportunity it is. If you'd like any more information, message me. They message you interested. You set up a phone call. You get them on the call, and you let, you know, your leader handle it from there. I mean, it's such a simple system that's proven to work so well for so many people that I don't see why anybody wouldn't want to be a part of this.
Well, guys, I am so thankful that you joined our family. This is just the beginning, man. I can see the fire in your eyes. I can see that you're doing this for the right reasons. I've had an opportunity to watch you interact with people over the last week, and your interactions are always others first, not you first. And I think that that's why people are being drawn to you guys. People are being attracted to you guys. So my advice as we wrap this moment up here is just continue to be coachable, continue to put that fire in your belly, and then actually just turn and do everything you can to help your team to be successful. I look forward to Ruby. I look forward to Blue Sapphire. I look forward to New York. How many do you guys have towards New York already?
So I officially now have 16, but I have 2 that are supposed to be jumping on board tomorrow once they get some funds transferred.
You're almost halfway there in 1 week. That is nuts, brother.
Yeah, so I actually
well, we love you guys. Thank you so much for taking some time out. I know you got the baby there, and we're going to continue to push through, but appreciate you guys. Congratulations again, okay?
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Awesome. So, guys, with that being said, let's maybe bring myself back. Spotlight here. Boom. Okay, awesome. So as we continue through, I just want to go over some upcoming events this week now. I guarantee you there will be more added this week. But before we talk about events, here's one thing that I want you to know Brock and Alison did. Their people get caught in 2 areas, right? Because either they love connect calls and that's all they want to do, or they fall in love with meetings and that's all they want to do. Here's what Brock and Alison did. They did both like crazy, okay? So not only did they have their launch parties, they also continue to get calls in front of people as much as possible. So if you're out here right now and number 1, you're considering joining, let me give you that advice. Get as many people on a connect call as possible while at the same time having a launch party. If right now you feel like your business is stuck in the mud, it's not about having another meeting. It's just about going out there, leveraging the system, the Share and Connect system, and getting people on Connect calls. They did both, okay? So we probably will have more events loaded on this week, but I just want to give you guys an update here in the Southern California market. So on Monday at 7 o'clock, we're going to be out in Hemet, California. I believe Jackie Vasquez and Jason Stuck will be out there. 7 o'clock on Monday, I'll be out in Riverside with, I believe, Chad and Jen. Tuesday night, 6 p.m. On Zoom, I am hosting Relentless Live, which is a weekly Zoom call where we're talking about our upcoming Relentless event. And this Tuesday, we're actually going to be interviewing not only our president and co-founder, Mr. Daniel PQ, but we're also going to talk to, we had 3, okay, newly promoted platinums today alone from our team, okay? You guys heard from Alex and Megan a couple weeks back when they hit gold. They just hit platinum today, okay? You heard from Chad and Jen when they hit gold. Well, Chad and Jen hit platinum today as well. What Chad and Jen are gonna come on Tuesday night at 6 o'clock also and talk about the importance of events. What you may not know is that Chad and Jen were just product consumers. They were just customers for about a year, okay? I don't know what happened and what Jason Stuck, Platinum Jason Stuck, did to get Chad and Jen to Orlando, but when they went to Orlando, the scales fell off. The switch was flipped and they came back and lit the world on fire. And one of the things that they did was enroll Brock. So if you have people on your team or even you right now are, man, what do I got to do to get my business going? First things first, most important thing, get registered for Relentless Live. So we're going to talk about that on Tuesday night. On Tuesday, we've also got a meeting in Pico Rivera, California. I believe Alex is going to be there with Jackie Vasquez. Wednesday afternoon, 12 p.m. Pacific, on Zoom on this number here for team members only. We do a team lunch and learn where my job is really to just pour into you from a skill set perspective. Every Wednesday for team members only, we actually just learn the skill sets necessary to build your network marketing business with Viseo. That night, I'm going to be out in Chino, California on Wednesday night. I believe it's Tanya Valentine out in Chino. Laverne is also having a meeting as well. Thursday night, we've got Whittier, California, 7 p.m. Saturday, we've got Riverside, California at noon. Sunday, we've got Whittier, California, 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock, La Puente, California. Special events coming up, guys. The next thing we're having here locally is our Super Saturday event with Daniel PQ and Black Diamond Rob Alwyn, guys. So on that Saturday at 10 o'clock, we're going to have that at our office in West Covina, California. I'm going to put the Eventbrite link. Pre-register, $5 for you guys to get in. Guests are free. Load them up. We actually had Holly and Corbin Roush, our master distributors, last week on a Monday night in West Covina. Every single guest that showed up got started and partnered up with our team. So we're going to blow the doors off of this thing on Saturday, the 21st. And then on the 16th through the 18th in Dallas of April, we've got our Relentless Conference. And so here's the actual flyer for our Super Saturday event here in the Southern California marketplace. Like I said, Rob Alwyn, Daniel PQ, and I'll put this out on the WhatsApp groups. We also have, here we go, New York City. Who's excited about New York City? I think it's fitting that I do my trainings in New York. So I flew to New York tonight, and I'm actually at the Marriott Marquis, and we're doing the training from New York tonight. So what does that mean? For those of us that are getting started, what we do, guys, is we actually can go out there and enroll 20 people on our right, 20 people on our left, the entire year, okay? You actually get a special trip, in my opinion, a bucket list trip from Viseo on Viseo. 4 nights, 3 days for 2 people, hotel, airfare, entertainment, all on Viseo. And we get together in a suite overlooking Times Square, and we're going to watch the ball drop and ring in the new year with the best of the best. And look at Brock and Alison are halfway there. crazy, right? So get to work, guys. The system pays off. Now, we've also got Relentless Conference coming up, and we're going to show you guys a quick video on the Relentless Conference coming up here. Oh, before we do that, Steph and I decided we're going to do a giveaway for you guys, okay? So for those of you guys starting today through the 16th of March that sign up, book your room at the Omni, as well as your ticket to conference, we're going to enter you into a drawing, and we're going to actually purchase 10 gift cards for you guys to use at the Omni, whether it's for lunch, throw it onto your room, whatever you want to do. We're going to raffle off 10 gift cards to the Omni. And so all you've got to do is once you register, you book your room, and then you get your ticket for conference, message my wife, Stephanie, and she's going to enter you into a drawing for those 10 gift cards. Now, for those of you guys that are already signed up, okay, we're going to start doing a Friday drawing, okay? So for those of you that are already signed up, if you win the drawing, we're going to just give you some product. How many of you guys love product? How many of you guys would love to win a Beleza Mist, right? Just on me and Steph, because you're already signed up. How many of you would like to get a jar of cream or a V3 or a core, right? So we're just going to give away product every single Friday for those people who are registered, okay? So you actually get a chance to win every single Friday because you're registered. So get registered as soon as possible. And I would tell you, just like I've told you before, don't go Airbnb. Don't go try to find a cheaper rate. Be in the place. Just like Steph said yesterday, stay close to the fire, okay? Some of my biggest breakthroughs at conference came sitting in the line, talking to somebody who wasn't on my team that just dropped a nugget on me. And I was like, boom, my eyes open. Stay in the fire. Stay close to the fire. So I encourage you guys to stay at the Omni. And with that being said, guys, I just want to say thank you so much. God bless you. And let's get to work. Let's close our week strong. This is the last day tomorrow to win your trip for the upcoming Bahamas cruise. And guys, you can make it happen. Right? If Brock can hit Pearl in 5 days, because he really sewed this thing up in 5 days, you guys can finish out strong and earn your trip to the Bahamas if you haven't already. So with that being said, God bless you guys. We love you. And let's have a good night, and we'll talk tomorrow. Bye-bye.